Hello everyone, it's Maha. So today I wanted to quickly share something really exciting with you guys. The Mythic Tarot Study Kit, 2 CD study kit by Juliette, Sharman-Burke and Liz Greene. Now this is a fantastic resource, not only if you like or use the Mythic Tarot. It's really great for, in my opinion, for anyone using tarot, anyone learning tarot, beginning or even in more advanced, just to deepen your knowledge if you want to, if you are a seasoned tarot practitioner and want to just deepen your knowledge. This is such an amazing tool to have. I have had it for a number of years and I've really used it so much, and even still, even now, from time to time, I go back and listen to some of the content in here and I can deepen my knowledge with tarot. Liz Greene and Juliette Sharman-Burke are both psychological astrologers, and they've done a lot of work with Greek mythology, archetypal psychology / astrology, psychological astrology. I'm going to, in a moment, switch the camera and show you my computer screen so we can have a look at the contents of these 2 CDs. I can show you what you get with the CDs. And I also want to read you the back of this. It says, "This study shop is based on a 2-day workshop given at the Center for Psychological Astrology in autumn 2007 and intended to introduce students to the nature, meaning, and use of tarot cards. Working with historical material as well as analogies between the tarot, astrology, alchemy, and the Kabbalah, we explore the 78 cards of the tarot deck, both major and minor arcana, throughout the illuminating lens of Greek myth, so beloved by Renaissance artists and writers at the time. This gives the tarot an accessibility often lacking in more esoteric approaches. Also included in this study shop is a special tutorial section which introduces the students to methods of laying out the cards and interpreting both their psychological and divinatory meanings." Okay, so we're going to put disc 1 in. This pops up. You go to run, auto run. Here we are. So CPA Masterclass Series. CPA is the school founded by Liz Greene, Center for Psychological Astrology. Oh, it's right here, the Center for Psychological Astrology. And we need to click on the Mythic Tarot, the Major Arcana. So this is the first CD for the Major Arcana. We click on that. This is the content of the CD. So because it was a 2-day seminar workshop, this is part 1 of the first day. So here, Saturday, part 1, 78 minutes, a brief history of the tarot, the major arcana from the Fool to the Charioteer. Here you have Saturday, part 2, 61 minutes, major arcana cards, Justice to Death card. Here, part 3, 49 minutes, the major arcana cards, the Devil to the last card, the World. And part 4, Liz Greene explores the alchemical images of the Splendor Solis. So this is an extra, really interesting section. So you have, this is what the CD contains. And if you click, let's just click on one of these for an example. You can't hear what's playing right now.
Okay.
But I'll just skip through to show you that you can look at slides. That when you click on this, you'll be able to see a slide presentation as well as hear Liz Greene speak. We'll go back. So this was the 4 parts. And then here on the right-hand column, you have tarot spreads, the lecturers, learning more, study shop, which links you directly to the store, working with this CD. So just some information. Here, let's look at the tarot spreads, for example. So here we have tarot spreads. So it just gives you some information about how to lay out a spread. And then here you have 3-card spreads, different spreads, and you can click on them. So let's click on We have the triangle spread, the horseshoe spread, the planetary spread, the Celtic cross, the star spread. Let's press on the star spread. So this is really cool. It shows you the spread. So this is sort of like having a book that goes with the CD. I guess this is a case here, Catherine's story. The death card, so it goes through all the cards that came up one by one. So it gives you a paragraph about each card and how and what it means in the spread. So that was just an example to show you. Let's close that and go back to the main page here. Right, so let's go to, let's see what this is about. Learning more. Suggested reading and links. So, wow, that's great. Lots of works from and about the tarot, of the occult, revival, interpretation of cards. So this is really good. It gives you a nice whole bunch of resources to look at. Okay, so there we go. And in each of these, let's click on the first part here. I just wanted to show you some of the slides of the lecture. So here we go. This I'll just skip through a little bit. I wanted to show you how it's laid out. So you look at a card from the Mythic tarot and the card from Juliette's deck, the Sharman-Burke tarot deck, and then they both talk. Liz Greene talks about the myth, the mythology of the symbolism in the Mythic tarot, and then Juliette Sharman-Burke discusses how that myth relates to that card specifically. So Juliette Sharman-Burke knows a lot about tarot. She studied tarot for many years, and she's also a psychological astrologer. Liz Greene is a renowned psychological astrologer, and she is very gifted with knowing a lot about Greek mythology and being able to relate that to astrology and psychology. So the two of them together give you insights. The two of them together, I think, are a perfect combo in giving you a lot of deep insights into tarot. Okay, so now let's go to the second CD. I'll just put the second CD in. Okay, so we're going to start the second CD again. We have here the Mythic Tarot, the Minor Arcana. So first we have continued from the first part. We have Sunday. That was the whole day Saturday, so this is the whole day Sunday. Part 5, 71 minutes, the Suit of Cups, the story of Eros and Psyche and their great love. So that's all connected to that story. And then this one, Sunday. Actually, let's just look at this one first. So here we go. So Liz Greene starts talking about the myth of Eros and Psyche. And she also begins the Minor Arcana with giving some symbolism from Tarot de Marseille and some other, she talks a little bit about some other things related to the Suit of Cups. And right now, at the beginning of the CD, actually, there's some questions that the audience asks. So the audience asks questions, she leaves time for questions. And that's really interesting as well. So let's just skip a little bit here. Yeah, so she shows you, she's talking here meanwhile, and she shows you the whole overview of the story and how that relates to each card. So one of the things about this deck, Mythic Tarot, is that once you know the story, then whichever card you get from the suit, you can relate it to the stage of the myth and what the symbolism of that was. So that's a nice way to remember the cards as well. So yeah, here you see, it's really interesting. The slides are really interesting. The lecture is really interesting. It gives you, as she goes along, she gives you some other background information about the tarot. Here you have the Kabbalah. She's doing that with most of the cards. She talks about where they fit into the Kabbalah as well. So, okay, let's go back to the beginning. Part 6 was 34 minutes, the court cards for all 4 suits. A collection of mythological figures. Here, Sunday, part 7, 53 minutes, the suit of wands, the story of Jason, the golden fleece, and the Argonauts. Sunday, part 8, 45 minutes, the suit of swords, the story of Orestes, and the curse of the house of Artius. And then part 9, 57 minutes, the suit of pentacles, the story of Daedalus, the Atlantean craftsman who built a labyrinth for King Minos. So really cool. Get a lot of myth in here. Now I want to click on this, do a spread. This is really interesting. So here we have... This electronic format enables you to deal layouts instantly as the cards are randomly dealt, and this presents an excellent opportunity to learn the meaning of the cards and to become familiar with the different spreads. There are certain limitations, however, in that the same card may appear twice in the same spread, which could obviously not happen in a spread that was laid out with the physical cards. So this is really cool because it gives you an opportunity to actually exercise what you've learned, to play around with it. So let's see, the weekly guide spread, the Celtic cross, planetary spread. So all those spreads. Oh, what's this one? A life at the moment spread. This is a unique tarot spread as it randomly selects a card from each of the 4 suits. Okay, this is really cool. It just also gives you ideas that you can try out on your own without this program. Okay, so let's click on this one, the weekly guide spread. So here you have, today is July 2018, 28th. That's so cool. It comes up, today's date comes up. And this is like your own little journal. And these are the cards generated for you. So every day, so you can print this. There, print this page, and then you can just keep it and use it as a journal. And then you can also, here you have deal another week, so you can do as many weeks as you like. Very cool. So let's go back. Let's just see what this one looks like, the Celtic cross. It has these cards for you, so you can click on deal a new spread. Remember, it generates other cards for you, and it makes it easier for you because it tells you what is above you, what is below you, before you. So it just gives you the positions, and then you can go back to in the first CD it talked about the spread, right? So you can read that also. But let's just go back here again for a second. It gives you a little bit of information here. So in the first CD, as we looked at, it gives you the descriptions of the spreads and it explains the spreads. And here you have an opportunity to actually play with the cards. So you don't even have to have a deck. You could just have this CD workshop and learn tarot completely from scratch. That's it. Everybody, I just wanted to share this with you. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think. I really love this CD. Highly, highly recommend it for anybody. And I'm glad I had the opportunity to share it with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm sending you lots of love and many blessings. See you in my next video. Bye!